micro scrapping for half hour, I think. It's time to sort the micro scrap out. I've even got my gold out. I've got the gold pins out, guys. How about that? And I've got some more gold pins to put with it. But you know what I've done? I really need them pliers. What can I get away with it? We'll try and get away with it. Anyway, what we got here is the most precious bit of electronics you want to be looking for is your tantalum capacitors, guys, and they come in this form and size, all different disguises. So a little lesson tonight. Worth more than gold, basically. The market, right, for these little babies last year in America alone was something like 2,000 million or so, just something ridiculous. So yeah, hang on, we got them. So what we're doing, we are putting all them there, and we got other bits that I've been taking to bits. We just got to search the boards. Search the boards, man. We've got chips there, but I'll smash them out later. There's some gold pins there, look. But there's none of them on there, look. So that goes in one pile. Bosh, look, we're straight in with the winners. These, you can just twist them off. But I've got a pair of pliers that I do it with, but I've forgotten them, they're downstairs. But yeah, you want to be taking, I'll tell you how easy they come off. Oh, I've got my snippers, so I don't really want to... They snip them, what they do, they're after what's inside anyway, so... There you go, man. There's one. There's two. There's three. And there's four. Tantalum capacitors. Yeah, we've done that. Whip out another one. Boom, there's none on there. So whip out another one. There's none on there. There's just chips on that one. This bit of this printer, check this out. So I'm just dismantling my old printer. And we're getting there, but check these out. But what I will say though, guys, before you start cracking open them TVs and jumping in there with your screwdrivers and God knows what else, I'll tell you something. You got to watch out for something, and I'll show you what they are. The reason I'm telling you is, well, trying to keep you all safe, because basically you can have a TV that's sat there for 20 years, but if the big capacitors are charged, they'll discharge down you, and they'll sit there dormant. I'll show you what they are. For all you micro scrappers, because trust me, in the future, all them scrap men out there running around getting their bits of copper and all that, they'll have, do you know what I mean? Their sons, their future sons, will be into all this shit. I'm just ahead of the game here. Only because I understand it though, the electronics, but it's because of my dad that I understand that. Anyway, what I'll do now is show you them things that are dangerous. If I can find them, I've put them somewhere, especially to show you, so people wouldn't just jump in and go bang. Anderson, hello mate, how are you doing? It's not too bad, mate, still, it's been raining all day here. Anyway, these things, guys, capacitors, man. They have big caps on the end. Yeah? These can sit there on the board for 25, 30 years. You think, oh, get in there with my screwdrivers, bang! And that, oh, what happens is it stays charged, and what it does, it discharges down you. But what I'll do is, in another show, I'll get a live one, and I'll show you how to effectively put a screwdriver across it and short it out without blowing yourself up. But anyway, we'll get rid of them because they do me head in. And to be honest, I don't really collect them. That's just for purposes, demonstration purposes. We'll do a little show on lithium batteries as well at some point. I'll show you how dangerous they are. Fucking having a bomb in your pocket, man. All you e-cigarette smokers. Anyway, what we got here, look. We got boom. We got all them. We got that to do later. All them ones. We've got a fan. I'm using that on something now. We've got this. This cells. This is what this is. It's just a heat sink. But what that actually is what that's called is that's extruded aluminium. So that's one step in your scrapyard. If you used to take this to the scrapyard or whatever, say you had 100 of them, this would be worth more than your average run-of-the-mill aluminium because this is extruded. Yeah. Also like this, I'll show you my gold in a minute, my gold pins. Not that I'm sitting here, you have to get quite a few, but obviously on the edge there, you got all your gold pins and shit. Anyway, I'll just show you. I'm doing it on my drum, I'm repairing my drum as well. This is all the chips and that I rip out. Like, you know what I mean? All of this, it's all good. It's all got silver in it. All sorts of shit, man, in there. And that's the future, guys. That's the future. Anyway, check out me gold, man. Check out me gold. Got quite a nice little pile there now. Hang on, mate. Let me come back. Yeah, it is awesome once you collect a bit of it. Your question is, if you have 4G mobile data, that's what I've got, and you wanted to go for a walk while watching a YouTube video, would it work out with that mobile data without Wi-Fi? Yeah, well, or mine, or yours. What, me or you? Who's that question directed at? Me? We was talking about this last night. What, so if I went outside, would it be my data? I use... Oh, yours. I can tell you that now. If you understand it now. Basically, then, if you say you leave wherever you are and you're using your mobile data, basically, as soon as you go out of range of the Wi-Fi, you then will use your mobile data until you come back in range of that router or that internet system that you're getting the Wi-Fi connection from. Basically, I've got 4G as well here. I don't, to be honest, 5G's out here, but it's not in my village. I'm out in the countryside, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I could, if you was here, I could turn my hotspot on and you could connect to that. Your worry is what? What, security, or what's the worry there? I'm pretty clued up at. While I was my dad's carer, I did a Open University course in computing, information and technology. Now, what you probably need to do is, if you're out and you want to watch YouTube, is lower the obviously you can have it 480, 10, whatever you want. Just have it on the lowest one. Oh, have it on the lowest one. But I often find walking, there's a lot of people, you'll often find as well, a lot of people, some people don't even lock their routers up. You can just jump it on them. No worries. Right, I'm going to put my little gold pins away. Well, I ain't, I'm just going to put them down while I show you something else. We've a lot to look at tonight. What's in this bag? Tell you what, I'm going to have a roll up because I'm just fed up of looking at computer components. See the wires. Even, I tell you what, even these, like your wiring looms out of computers, the old wires, you get enough of them, it's all money. But obviously, you got to get quite a few of them. But see, when mankind has been all over the planet and just took Earth's natural resources, you know what I mean? Where we're so technology greedy, that we all are. None of us can say we're not. Everybody's so technology greedy that all these mines in Africa and here, there and everywhere around the world, they're all drying up, man. So what happens when they dry up? You recycle it. And that's what'll be going on. No, I was quite lucky, really. I'm 53 in September, and when I was educated at school, in secondary school, that was when the computers first arrived, like ever. I'd ever seen one. There was no internet or nothing like that. And I can still remember I was about 12, 13. I can still remember my computer teacher saying, oh, one day you'll be doing all your shopping on the internet and on the computer. And we was all just, it's mad how it's gone that way. I don't look 50, no, I've kept quite fit actually. To be honest, no, a lot of people my age are out of shape and that, but I think with my ADHD, I've kept quite fit. I do a lot of cycling. When I was younger, I've done lots of things, running, football, just running around, running away from the police a lot when I was younger. That was a sport, mate, when I was a young'un, running from the police. What are you running away for? Everybody just instantly did. Crazy. Oh yeah, cycling and swimming. Obviously my dad, he's a submarine man, a submariner. So obviously I was going to be able to swim. In fact, my brothers threw me, I've got two older brothers, and they threw me in the river. That's how I learned to swim. The doggy paddle, where you just paddle, everyone will swim if they have to, do you know what I mean? Just splash about. But I'm actually quite a good swimmer. But I think my dad, I'll probably take after my dad. But my dad joined the Navy, but then he went underwater in the submarines. Yeah, it does pay to keep fit, because I'm realising that now as I get older, when I see some of my school pals about and they're huffing and puffing, and yeah, I smoke, but I don't cough or nothing like that, because I've always kept fit. I think the minute, especially as you get older, the minute you sit down and say, oh, that's it, you end up in your grave, man. That's what I think. And it's good to keep your mind busy as well. My dad was my dad every day used to sit there and do 2 big crosswords, which just used to blow my mind how he could do every one, but it kept him busy. I think it's only when you get older and you sit in that old chair, and obviously some old people just want to sit there and grow old, but I'm going to die on the up, do you know what I mean? I ain't going to be... Anyway, there's a new study out. Right? People with ADHD on the meds that I'm on, the amphetamine ones, actually get a little prolonged, you're actually going to live a little bit longer, which is quite mad. But then the only amphetamine I've ever done before this, medical stuff, is the stuff from the street, which is a lot, it's not like what I do. That shit from the street, man. You'd be shaking all fucking weekend, man, on that shit. But yeah. Anyway, it's raining out there, guys. It's raining. It's been raining all day. I'll tell you what I've got to do quick. Just put these things in these jars because I'm fixing my drum. In fact, I'm sorting this room out. Gold pins, man. You collect, say you had 2 cups of gold pins, man, that'd be loads of money. They sell them on eBay, man. Sell them like that. Or you can go the full hog and get the vinegar out. In fact, I might try the vinegar. The way you get your gold off, right, is we'll do the vinegar trick. I've seen a few guys do it. You soak it in vinegar, leave it for ages, and then it all flakes off. I've seen some other geezers who look like they're in the middle of Peru or some sort of meth lab in the jungle with all sorts of gases and shit going on, but I don't trust I wouldn't trust myself doing that. What time did I wake up? Quite early, about 5 o'clock. But it's starting to, in the evenings now, in summer, like 10 o'clock, it was still light, but now 8 o'clock and 7 o'clock, it's starting to get dark. But I don't need a lot of sleep. My dad, well, the older I get, the more I realise I am like my dad. My dad never used to need a lot of sleep. I've always been a night person, even when I was a kid. I used to sit there listening to the radio all night long and then fall asleep at school. But back then we didn't have the internet or any of that business. It was just a little transistor radio, man. Yeah, man. A little transistor radio. If you had one of them, you was doing quite well. But obviously my dad being an electrician and an engineer, he used to make like little radios, and you can make a radio, do you know what I mean, with a bit of wire in a coil. I'll show that. I'll do that one night. I'll make a radio, right, out of a toilet roll holder and some wire. I kid you not. My dad showed me. Get this little earphone. It's crazy. And no, I didn't know how to build it until my dad showed me. Oh yeah, years ago, things were built to be repaired. Nowadays, it's just throwaway, but obviously, you've seen the recycling that I do here, and that's going on everywhere, and that's growing. It's like a snowball now. Do you know what I mean? Because people, the throwaway society is gone, man. That's gone now. I think you might even start getting a little better quality stuff. That's what I think. Because if it's all just throwaway all the time, they're not going to have enough chips and stuff. Well, that's my philosophy. As for the mobile phone technology, we've probably reached the limit there. I think you're already looking at a phone talking to somebody, aren't you? I think the only next step there would be having some kind of chip implanted in your head, and there probably are people out there doing that shit, man. But you can keep your 16G or whatever it'll be then. Don't need no. I'd never have that done, man. But yeah, I expect the kids of the future in like 100 years' time, they'll be chipped up. ready to go, like robots. It'd probably all be AI. Well, unless if the artificial intelligence hasn't taken over and killed everyone. And trust me, it could easily happen, but then to do that, it's a long way from doing anything like that, because AI at the minute, if you used to make it like an autonomous robot, what it would need to have to do is download it in real time off the net, and it ain't quick enough yet. But obviously, in the future, there will be like RoboCop and that. Honestly, we'll all be long gone, but that's the future. You're seeing it now with warfare, where there's drones. Do you know what I mean? And it'll be the same under the water. I used to tell my dad, one day it'll just be submarines being driven. Instead of putting crews in there, people would just be sitting in England like I'm playing a game. Except you'd have a real life nuclear submarine out there. Do you know what I mean? Why kill anyone? It's crazy, man. But yeah, the future. Yeah, who knows, man? I've seen some shit. It's mad how technology is. Do you know what I mean? It's like Back to the Future and that. I think they're brilliant films, and you just don't know, man. You don't know what's out there. Nobody knows what's out there. Nobody knows, man. All I do know is there's no real God out there, man, or some powerful being everyone preaches to. That's just made up. I'm sorry if anybody's religious out there, but it's all just made. Religion really was just made to control people. Same as marriage. It's like a lot of the scientists, like Darwin and that discovered evolution and the Big Bang. All these good scientists like Tesla who discovered radio and electricity and stuff, right? To start with, when they started off on their careers, people from the church and that would make out they was all crazy. And now look at it, we're here now using all their inventions. But at the time, people were trying to make out they were crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy. But obviously now people are more educated. Not that I've got anything against anybody who wants to go to church. I've been to church myself. In fact, if you look on my birth certificate, I'm actually Church of England. Church of England, which was invented by Henry VIII, because Henry VIII had lots of wives, and he couldn't. The Catholic Church wouldn't let him divorce, so he made the Church of England, and that's what I'm part of. Not that I'm really religious, man. At the end of the day, I think if there's any God out there, he must be quite a sick person, man, looking down at this planet. I suppose, you know what I mean, everybody believes in whatever, don't they? I guess you believe whatever you're taught. You believe whatever you're taught, but... And I did religious education at school, but I also did science. And religion, God, there's not one scrap of evidence that anything, religion, you know what I mean, anything even existed like that. Or there was even, you know what I mean, there's not any scientific evidence. You got to go with the science, man. Do you know what I mean? We're digging up dinosaurs and all shit like that, man, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? We're just, it's like the human race was, I think we were all sort of dark brown. We weren't black, we were all sort of dark brown. There were two sorts of humans. One came out of the trees, I believe. It was like an ape kind of thing, on all fours. And one came out to sea, I think, walking. One was already walking, and then they sort of crossbreeded, and here we are now. But, yeah. The evolution of humans. Yeah. Crazy. But And then everybody caught COVID and died, and there wasn't no one left. And then monkeypox came and wiped the planet out. That's what'll happen one day. We've already nearly had it with COVID wiping everyone out. It's only a matter of time, man, before something comes out and just wipes it, like the plague and that, man. The plague that was around years ago wipes everybody out near on. Or you could have another big bang. You could have a big fucking asteroid or something in space come wafting towards our planet, and it'd all be over, guys. I'll tell you what, everything turns to dust. We are just dust. That's what you were in the beginning, dust. And that's what everyone shall be in the end, is dust. And that's God's honest truth. If you look at the science, everybody's dust. Where's my tobacco? Deep conversation tonight. We've gone from microelectronics to all sorts of stuff. Anyway. See if it's raining again in a minute. I'll have the religious channels complaining soon, man. Preach what you like. As long as they're not hurting anybody, let them get on with it. But obviously, the world's not like that. Very windy out there. It's like them, who is it? Which are the ones that think they're going off to 15, it's the jihadis, isn't it? That think, it's the suicide bombers and that think they're going off to a place where there's like 20 virgins and they're getting them all. And they seriously believe that. Crazy. Mind washed, man. Mind washed. Mind washed straight out of the womb, I think. Should be doing all that kind of shit, but never mind, man. I'm smoking a roll up. I suppose in some countries they'd pull me up the road and chop my head off for that. Give me an hour with them and I'll teach them, man, what the real fucking meaning of life is, man. All these countries going around killing each other and that. Do you know what I mean? I'm smoking tobacco. I don't know. Anyway, let's not get into a political one. We already had Russia saying they was going to, what was they going to do? They was going to nuke us. But getting nuked by Russia, man. What do you think? We're not going to nuke him back? Oh. To be honest, to take Russia out of the game, all you got to do is locate their military fleet, their submarines, find them, wipe them out, and you've beaten Russia. Simple as that. But the world doesn't, does it? It just, I don't know, just backs Ukraine, which it's all kind of sad, really, because at the end of the day, they're all Russians. If you look at the big picture. So really, they're killing their own brothers and sisters. Do you know what I mean? Because at one point they were the USSR, so they're all under the same sort of umbrella. But then I think you get a bit of sort of different ethnic groups, like you did in the old Yugoslavia, Bosnia, where you get ethnic cleansing going on, where say one group will look at another group and say, oh, we don't like you, so we're going to wipe your whole group out. That's happened in a couple of places. Rwanda as well springs to mind. That's happened in a couple of places. And that just has to be stopped. Crazy. But then all you got to do is educate these people. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go into these jungles and educate these people. That's what you got to do. These warlords and that. Do you know what I mean? But really, my personal opinion, everybody should live in a free democracy where you get to vote who you want in, and the winner should get in. That's where I come from. That's what happens. But obviously, if you live in some countries, it's rigged, man. Like Russia, you're getting the same face for like same with Iraq, with Saddam. You're getting the same face for like decades and decades, which obviously I've never experienced. We don't run our system like that. And if we did, there'd be riots out there, man, on them streets, and I'd be out there as well rioting, man. Yeah. Am I allowed to say that? But I didn't say I was going to smash anything, no. Some people have got some prison, man, some big prison. When it was all kicking off recently, people have been updating and that. Let's go and smash this up. And then they've got like 2 years in jail. Yeah, some big sentences going down, man. Crazy. And that's what you're going to get, man. You're going to get more law and disorder in this country. What happens is the police end up running away, then you have to defend yourself, man. Yeah, man. Don't know what it'd be like when I'm an old age pensioner around here. Might have to get myself a firearm. Certainly won't be an AK-47. What you need is a nice machine gun. That's what it'd probably be like in the future. When all the food runs out, people start trying to kill each other. It's like zombie talk, isn't it, tonight? Anyway, what's the time? Let's have a walk down the shop, guys. Pardon me, we're going live out on the street. How about that? We're going to get shot. We're going to get nuked by the Russians, man. But it's all good. Be a big flash. He threatened to nuke us. But he's been threatening to nuke us for a long time. Where's the bank card? Putin, eh? Vladimir Putin. He's going through the Ukraine and then he's coming to England. Where's me? Down here somewhere. Here we go. I'm going to roll up for the walk. Wouldn't be the first time this country's been invaded. Obviously you had the Vikings and all that years ago. And also yeah, Hitler as well. Not forgetting Hitler. He tried. Good thing about living on a little island, it's quite hard to invade. Whereas Europe was all joined together, Hitler could just storm through all of that. But obviously he got to France and then you got to get through the water to get to us. And to do that he had to take the water and the skies. And even though we were completely outnumbered, he lost. He didn't take the skies or the sea. And to be honest, the English mentality, I couldn't really see the English walking around bowing down to Hitler. I think everybody would rather die fighting them. But yeah, that was in the Second World War. We could go right back to the First World War. That's where my granddad was on a horse, on horseback, man. And he was only 70. He lied to get there. My granddad, who was born in 1899. I could do a video on him one night. Yeah, man. The First World War. The trenches, man. Complete bloodbath. So I sort my tools out of here. Oh, now I'm going to have to sweep them out of the way. So I had to get me tools to do my electronics, which is blocking the door. Blocking the doorway. Blown away out here. Let's go. Don't look too nice. I'll get my coat. I want to get my yellow coat, man. My yellow raincoat. Because as Madness once said, it's raining again. Probably look like I'm smoking again. No. Still good, man. What I'm looking for is my little umbrella, man. Got the blue umbrella, look. You want a blue one, or do we want the little white one? I want that little white one, really. I'll be glad in about 2 weeks I'm going to be sorted in here. Should do that one then. Ah, here it is, look. Gotta have some protection out there. In case the Russians come. No, I'm only joking. In fact, hello to our Russian subscribers out there. Which we've got. Very breezy. This is going to spin out of control, I think, in a minute. That's why I bought. Oh, that's why I bought the little one. Horrible night. Not even the evening yet. hopefully we get a bit more of a sun. Well, the sun's gone. It's just going to be darker from now on. But I know something, come October, it's going to be flooded everywhere around here. It's been such a wet winter, summer. It'll be Christmas time. Christmas time, eh? Look dull, very dull, and sort of raining all day, which is pretty crap. But, I might put another little thing on here because it's not sticking. In fact, there's a few bombs holes in my village where bombs and planes crashed from the war. In fact, they used to have up the road there a prisoner of war camp. Not that they was kind of treating them like the Germans was treating us. They was helping old ladies and that doing their gardens. According to my dad, who was a little boy during the war, and obviously the other way around, that exterminate you. Obviously if you was caught in Germany, but mainly Italians and Germans. My dad said they were very polite. As for me, I have no memory of the war because I wasn't here. But I was here for one war. Well, I've been here for a few wars, but I was here when we went to war with Argentina. The Falkland Islands, or the Maldives, or whatever they call it. But what they do there, they have a vote there, and they ask who wants to be Argentinian, put your hand up, and who wants to remain British, keep your hand down. And nobody puts their hand up. Crazy. Yeah. But guys, don't worry if you're watching this stream thinking, oh, all this war he's talking about, don't worry. You're going to catch World War III. We just don't know it yet. Down here when I was a kid, and this is no bullshit, man, Collard House, behind here, used to be the nuclear sirens, man. And when I was at primary school over there, I can remember them testing them nuclear sirens. Crazy. And also during the war, the kids used to go to school here because my dad was one of them kids. And when the Germans used to come over, the teachers used to get all of that bits, the original school there. But they used to get under the tree there, and there used to be another tree there, and that's where the teacher would put the kids when the German planes the air raid sirens were going off. Obviously you didn't want all the kids sitting in the classroom, so you put them under this big tree. In fact, I've done country maypole dancing around that tree. I've got a great memory. I think it's the ADHD, man. Honestly, I think it's the ADHD. It's just called Hadlow Primary School out there now, but when I was a kid it was called Church of England Hadlow Primary School. But I guess that's racist now. What we'll do, how many minutes we got, man? Yeah, we got enough minutes. I'll show you my church, guys. Ooh. I'll show you my church, which is St Mary's Church. Church of England. Boom. What I can tell you is this road here, that's the oldest road in our village, this road here. There used to be a pub there, but I've never been in there. But my dad had, with my granddad. Yeah, check that out. That's a whole nother video on its own, man. Going on a right wander tonight. That's all good, guys. Yeah. This is St Mary's Church, where I belong to. Not that I don't go to the Catholic Church, because I've been in all churches, so... In fact, I quite like the architecture. But yeah. My brother actually built that bit there, side bit. That's the time, guys. We've got till 8 o'clock to get in the shop. Boom. Anyway, I'll show you this look. This Gothic tower. This is a folly. That was used as a lookout during the war. Have I ever been up there? No. But my brothers have been in there. When it was all derelict, that kind of got done up. But yeah, this is the oldest street. There used to be well, you can still see from the shape of the building, that used to be like a coach house for when everything was used to go by horse and cart. What they used to do, they used to arrive here and then like stop there overnight. There used to be a blacksmith behind there, where you could get your horse you know what I mean, you liven your horse up for the night and then you'd be off again on the road. And then you get robbed by Dick Turpin. It was in them kind of times. Yeah. It'll be like round here in 20 years' time, man. Full of loons, man. 20 years' time, I'll be tall right up down here walking around doing my videos. Probably have to be. Probably be a death sport coming out here doing a YouTube vid. 20 years' time. But I think I'll still be out here making them, man. Oh, have you got a bag as well, please? Huh?
10 or 20?
A strong one, please. Didn't know you sold them.
Yeah, done those for quite a while.
Do you have flavour ones or just them?
No, just those ones. $8.78.
Yep. Nice one, cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, rain's coming down a bit now. No more history lessons, man. I'm getting soaked. I like to do these videos though, document what's going on around here. Then in the future, people can look back and go, look at that place, man. They can go, Hadlow's dead. But once it was alive and kicking, man. In fact, you wouldn't believe how lively this village used to be. Now it's dead, man. Dead as a dodo. It's quite sad, really. Closed all the belts to open up this pub down here. I don't know why this is shut. Oh, we should open up one night, guys. What do you reckon? We'll have a party in there. There's a few name changes as well over the years. That's called like the Two Brewers, but before that, something else. Yeah, before that it was called the Fiddling Monkey, and before that it was called the Albion. Which was its original name. My dad used to play darts in the room. Used to have a little garage up here. My mate used to work in there. My mate Benjamin, Mr. G, and I used to go in there. He used to lend me the tapes, the latest tapes that were out. I used to run home and record them and then bring the tape back and give it back to him in the shop. And that's not that's not all of what he got up to either. Yeah, we used to take our little mopeds and that up here. Put your 20 pence worth in and buzzing back around. Crazy, man. There used to be a lemonade factory over there as well, before my time. And the village fire engine used to be behind the garage. My uncle nicked it and took it to Gravesend. My Uncle Tom, my oldest uncle. In fact, I've got to do my laces up, man. Been on here some time now. Yeah. The police house. I remember the police house, man. They used to have a police phone box up the road. Not that the police really did a lot round here back then. I think all the dads used to police the village, kind of thing. All the people in the pubs, because everybody was just in the pub. Now nobody's in the pub. Well, there are a few that are alright. Still raining. It used quite a bit of battery. See, none of this was here when I was a kid. My back garden was like 3 times the length when I was a kid. And they built Marshall Gardens in the paddock, which was different. But then they ruined that the way they just built loads of houses in there now. I think my brother Tim, he'd have been 10 years older than me. I can remember he nicked me some sand from out of it, from my sand pit in my back garden. We were just going to sound like criminals and thieves. It's all different, man. Boom, now it's this. It's a concrete jungle. Looked better when they had no roofs. I can remember sitting around the other way around there. Scottish Andy and someone else, man, on acid, on the roof. Yeah, it was that, man. That was probably 1980 something, 89, something like that. Wow. 2 years now, just strutting up and down here. Yeah, base up, isn't it? Fact. Now that Terry the Geordie passed away up the road there, I've been in this road the longest out of everybody. How about that? My pal Darren up the road, he's the next one behind me, I think. Oh yeah. Going out in the going out in the body bag, man, just to piss Flurry off. Gonna sit here. And they'll keep trying to bribe me as I get older. And I'll keep telling them, you keep your money, stick it right up your asses, man. They're getting the right hump with me because I was swearing at them the other day. They make me swear. But it's all good. I just say what most people are thinking. Clarion housing, eh? I bet they watch my vids. You wankers. Fucking incompetent wankers, man, at that. All I wanted was a bit of this chocolate. Anyway, guys, I'll be back later. Live from the tent.